to this episode of
That Viking Lego guy,
featuring
Jake from Pick That Brick.
Today we will be looking at the Star Wars mock.
I think this is awesome. Let's get to it. So as you can see, we have our Star Wars mock-up right here, and Jake's going to take the helm for this because this is his creation. I'm loving it. It's the planet Crait, and it's in the scene of The Last Jedi.
Alright, so this is it in its full form, so I'm just going to take it apart and I'll show you how it's all placed.
Perfect.
Alright, so now I'll show you how it all works. So I'll first show you the landscaping. Right here is the wall, or the mountain, that is near the rebel base. Up here is the trenches that connects into a cave underneath the ground, which I'll show you after. This is the main battlefield. It's flat mainly, and it can actually remove for easy transportation. So this just slides in and it fits really well, so there's not much movement. And I'll show you back here, that's a cave that leads all the way through here. And then there's another kind of cave entrance through here, which would lead off to another cave. This is the trench. You can't see the detail right now, but I'll show you a wide sweeping shot later, and this is the trench. There's a ladder in here so the rebels can get out. So I'll go through all these little parts that I have constructed. First, I'm going to show you this tank, the walker. This was already a set. It wasn't actually in the movie, but I thought it looked nice and it was small enough to fit here. So that goes there. In here, there's going to be some rebels inside of this trench. So there's this rebel, which is not in there, is up on top, seeing to one of the wounded soldiers, but she's being ambushed by this commander. This guy is coming out of the trench, and he is shooting the stormtrooper up at front. This is a commander, I believe, and he is calling in some more troops to come and assist him.
Reinforcements.
So there are a couple flame troopers who are going to take out the rebels in this trench. This rebel is trying to hold back these stormtroopers. This guy, who is a rebel captain, I believe, is hiding.
Hey, chicken! What are you doing?
So, there are a couple more things. There is this guy, who is going to be running away through the tunnel system, or towards battle, depends, whatever, doesn't matter. And then my personal favorite part is this Kylo Ren choking one of the rebel troopers up here, and I have the trooper up by a bunch of clear pieces, and he...
So he looks like he's being levitated.
Yeah, and being choked and also used as a shield. So this is basically what the mock is.
It looks fantastic. And Jake, what was your motivation as to why you wanted to do this?
So my motivation was I had recently seen The Last Jedi, and I thought that, the Crait part was my favorite part of the movie.
Right.
So I thought that it would be cool if I made it. I had also seen somebody else doing something similar to this. It was at a much larger scale, but I thought I could probably make a smaller version of it. I also had been collecting a lot of these stormtroopers, and I wanted a scene to use them in, so I thought this would be the best battle scene for what Lego I had.
And I think it looks fantastic. I think that you've got great elements here. I love the salt flats scene, and including with the red earthy tones that are underneath the ground and stuff like that make up all the tunnels and like the underneath ground part to what the planet really looks like. I think you've captured the whole idea. I think it looks fantastic. I think you've done a really good job on it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, one of the interesting features here, Jake, that I really like is the actual salt flat. How did you actually create that?
Okay, so I'll show you by clearing all of this off. Just threw a gun off the table. That's fine. So I've made it so it can fit perfectly in here. There's a little piece that is holding it in place, so like it pushes into the bricks here. So how I made this was, it's called the snot technique, which is a real thing. It's studs not on top. It's not just a joke. So
it's awesome. I love it.
So what I did was I took a lot of white pieces, like just normal pieces, and I stacked them up so it could fit right in here. And then what I did is I just turn it over. You can see the backside. It's not all just one type of piece, but I just made it so it's all flat on top. So now it can just
slide right in.
Yeah, slide right in. So it can, yeah, so it's easier to, it takes less bricks, and if you don't have a lot of these base plates, it's much easier to have it, and it looks nicer if it's flat.
Nice use of the technique. I think it looks fantastic.
All right.
Okay. So, Jake, we just wanted to talk about some of the stats on this. What are we looking at here?
All right. So, for those of you who want to know, this would roughly cost you $200. This being 40, the pieces being roughly 100, and the characters, if you're just buying the characters, roughly 5 a piece, plus these brick arm guns. Nice. This would be roughly $2, or no, sorry, $1.50. He lost his hat. So I'd say there's roughly 2,000 pieces, most of them being larger pieces. If I were to be using a lot of smaller pieces, it would be roughly probably 5,000 if you were using small ones. And I don't know if there's anything else. Pieces, money, time. Yes. This took me roughly 6 hours to make. I made an original one, but I had to rip it up and redo it to make it look better.
Yep.
So counting the rip up, probably 8 hours, but not counting it being ripped up and remade, 6 hours.
That's the beauty of Lego. You gotta sometimes pull it apart to make it look good.
Yes.
So, well, and this concludes this, and I think this has been a fantastic use of some Lego, and looks great. And just so you know, your site is?
My YouTube channel is Pick That Brick 001. So if you want more of this content and or reviews on Lego, go there.
Perfect. And just remember, best tool in your box is your imagination. Start building it. Bye for now.
Hi, so this is the old king again, the editor and cameraman of the videos. This is probably the fastest I've edited any one of these, and probably the fastest I've ever edited any video. So hopefully soon I'll have the bloopers up as well for both episode 1 and 2 combined as one video, since I edited them as a batch. And I hope you enjoy. Click the links for more content. To the left we have, I believe, episode 1, and to the right we have the bloopers for episode 1. The title card won't be updated until episode 4 comes out, so whenever I get around to meeting up with the Viking Lego guy and recording it and editing it. So until then, enjoy!